Hello everyone and welcome. Today we're in search of the most expensive things at Islands of Adventure. Before we begin, this video is sponsored by Orlando Informer. Enjoy Universal after hours with little to no wait time and unlimited food on June 4th and 5th. Orlando Informer can also help you save on daytime tickets to Universal and SeaWorld parks. Visit orlandoinformer.com to learn more. Now I have done a similar video for Universal Studios, but that was not my inspiration. You see, I was over at Marvel Superhero Island the other day and I saw something in there very cool for $4,000. I don't know if that's going to be the most expensive thing we see today, but as far as the rest of the park, I am unsure. So we're just going to wander around, check out the shops, and see what we can find as far as the most expensive things at Universal Studios Islands of Adventure. And since I already know what's over there in Marvel Superhero Island, we're not going to start there. We're going to start over in Seuss Landing, which I don't think we're going to find anything too expensive over here. Like, I don't have high hopes for Seuss Landing or Toon Lagoon. But I think we may find some kind of expensive things over there in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Jurassic Park, and like I already said, I know there's some very cool and expensive stuff at Marvel Superhero Island. The first store we have in our chance to find the most expensive things, Cats and Hats and Things. Again, I'm not very hopeful for this store, but let's go check it out. See, nothing special in here. This is just your typical theme park type of merchandise. In fact, the only thing behind glass here are the sodas, and those aren't too expensive. Wait a second, we're at a theme park. They are expensive. As we walk out of the store, I mean, this is a pretty sight with the trees all blooming and everything. This just caught my eye and I thought I would share it with you. So pretty. I'm not surprised by our bad luck of not finding anything too costly in there. I'm looking for those items like thousands of dollars. You guys know what I'm talking about. I'm looking for that stuff I would never buy. You know, I have a hard time spending $10 on a lunch here, so this is the stuff I would probably never get. The All the Books You Can Read store is closed, so we need to go into Gertrude McFuzz Fine Feathered Finery and see if we can find something expensive. So I've been looking around for a bit and they do have some artwork in here. What I've seen so far, the most expensive thing is this turtle tower for $785. They only made 1,500 of these, and this one is number 837 out of 1,500. So we do have some items in here worth noting, and it never hurts to ask some questions. Let's go ask the team member working at the counter. They actually have a book here, The Art of Dr. Seuss, and most of the expensive things will be in here. I see the list. There is something for $810 called the Framed Little Cats BC&A. We're going to see if we can find this in the store. While I was talking to the team member, looking over the book of artwork that they have here, she did inform me they sold something in here. It was a Cat in the Hat, like bronze statue. A few years ago, they sold this for like $6,000, so we barely missed just by a few years covering that item. But so far, the most expensive thing in Seuss Landing is that turtle tower for $785. Finding that artwork in Seuss Landing was a nice surprise. Now let's move on to the Lost Continent and see what the most expensive item in there is. The first store I run across in the Lost Continent is the Treasures of Poseidon. Let's go in there, take a look, and talk to some team members. After talking to the team members, I have found the most expensive item in this store, this dolphin right here, $550, and it does open up as well. So I guess you can keep other more expensive things in your $550 dolphin. So there you go, guys. If you're interested in this, it can be found in the Treasures of Poseidon. There are a couple more shops here in the Lost Continent. Let's go investigate. Maybe we'll find something more expensive than that $550 item. Into the Heraldry to see if we can find anything that tops $550. So I've been looking here for a bit. Looks like the most expensive thing behind glass here. They have a couple different swords for $299.99. It's not the most expensive thing in here. $25, you have this t-shirt, a red dragon and a blue dragon. What does that remind you of? Dueling dragons. Perhaps a little homage to the old ride. One last store to visit before we leave the Lost Continent and head into the Wizarding World. This one right here, you know, I don't see a name for it, but it's kind of across from the kebabs over there. And I've been poking around in it, and I did find the most expensive thing in the Lost Continent. $645.95 will get you this item right here. Let me zoom in on the price a little bit if I can. There you go. So this, as far as my investigation is concerned, is the most expensive thing in the Lost Continent. Not bad, but I want more. I'm looking for those things over $1,000, so looks like the Lost Continent, you're gonna get some bargains. Into Hogsmeade we go. I'll check all the shops along the way, but I'm anticipating the most expensive items to be in Filch's Emporium. There's no harm in checking, so let's head into Dervish and Bangs and see what they have as far as expensive items. So in here we can get these full-size brooms. Each is $300. So there's one thing. But then behind the counter here we have gold and silver plated wizard's chests. Also $300. Pricey for sure, but not nearly the most expensive things in Islands of Adventure. Into Filch's, I'm pretty sure we're gonna find some stuff behind glass here, and maybe it'll be expensive, maybe it will be the most expensive stuff here in Hogsmeade. And I have found the section that has the merchandise behind glass. I'm pretty sure this is the place to look. And we can see here they have the wizard's chest for $300, but slightly more expensive is this model of Hogwarts for $350. I happen to know that is not the most expensive Harry Potter stuff here at Islands. The trading company, the store at the very front of the park, has something more expensive. I'll show you that on the way out. Into Jurassic Park we go, on the hunt for expensive items. But usually what happens in Jurassic Park, you become the hunted. I wasn't looking for it, but I found it. New signage for the Velocicoaster. Oh, I like it. I'll take it. We'll start in the Dino Store. Who knows, maybe they have a very expensive dinosaur bone for sale. And with the help of a team member, I have found the most expensive item in Dino Store. Maybe all of Jurassic Park, we'll see. We have this T-Rex attack set. And so we have the T-Rex there. And in this one, can you see that? We actually have the kids inside of the Jurassic Park vehicle when the T-Rex is attacking. So that's pretty cool. And then this other side, we have Ian Malcolm over there, Dr. Grant, and both of these sets do light up. Like I think we have this one lit up right now. See, the tail lights are on. And then it also comes with this background, like the fencing and everything, comes with the set. Wow, this is really cool. So let me show you the pricing. So it's the T-Rex attack sets A and B. So the A side is the dinosaur, and the B side is with Dr. Grant and Malcolm. So set A, $2,500. Set B, $2,500. Add it together, what do you get? A $5,000 item here for sale in Jurassic Park. I'm not sure, but this may be the most expensive item currently in all of Islands of Adventure. We'll find out as we make our way around the park. So here is the stuff behind glass. Usually when I'm looking for expensive stuff, I look for the glass. But as far as this case is concerned, down here, I believe that's a saber-toothed tiger, is $900 or so. Not nearly as much as the T-Rex attack set though. That team member was so nice in helping me. She says she thinks there's something more expensive in the Outfitters, so let's head over there now. Here's the Jurassic Outfitters with the new signage. we're not gonna mess around. We're gonna go straight in and ask about this item that is supposedly $7,000. So here's the deal. They no longer have the raptor statue out on display. They moved it somewhere. It was $6,500, but they have since moved it from where it used to hang out right here. And it's currently not for sale. They still have some pretty cool stuff under glass here. For example, this T-Rex, $1,275, but not the most expensive dinosaur in here. That honor goes to this Blue display. Blue, a very popular character in the Jurassic series. This little set right here, $1,500. And I do believe this is now the most expensive thing available for purchase in the Outfitters. Okay, now we're gonna go check out Toon Lagoon, and I don't expect much from there. I always thought it would come down to Marvel or Jurassic for the most expensive items. So we'll go to Toon Lagoon, and then we'll be in Marvel. You never know though, there might be some sort of a signed artwork in Toon Lagoon as well. Pretty standard stuff for What's the Matter You. Just regular theme park stuff inside of here. And Toon Lagoon is just as I expected. Nothing really high cost in here. In fact, the most expensive thing you can buy is a Universal gift card, which you can spend up to $500 on. So that's it for Toon Lagoon. Into Marvel Superhero Island, lots of cool and expensive stuff in these shops. Let's go check it out. Our first stop will be to step inside of this comics shop. And as soon as we step in, we see a signed Thanos gauntlet for $1,800, signed by Josh Brolin. We have some cool sets in this display. The most expensive one, $1,385, and that's for the Punisher Legacy statue. Now in this display, we have two items more expensive than the Punisher. We have the Captain America 1:4 scale statue for $1,500, and then the most expensive item so far in here, the Spider-Man advanced suit statue, $2,000. This Thanos is a bargain for just $450. Well, this one's pretty cool looking. You have a Paul Rudd signed Ant-Man helmet for $1,850. The Hulk Nano Gauntlet life size, $1,150. But the most expensive thing in this case is the Deadpool Heat Seeker statue for $1,290. The Paul Rudd Ant-Man painting, $2,000. So I think we have a tie for the most expensive items in here. The Paul Rudd Ant-Man and the Spider-Man statue both are $2,000. One more thing to show you in this shop. It's not the most expensive. It's Luke Cage for $395. But there's something I really like about this statue. I can't put my finger on it, but I really like his style. Now let's head down the sidewalk here and check out the SpiderMan store, see if we can find anything that beats $2,000. So here in the SpiderMan shop, we have some things like some statues behind glass, and we have various types of posters and artwork. Various prices, some affordable, some getting on the expensive side, but this is the most expensive item. We have a framed Spider-Man picture signed by Stan Lee and Tom Holland. It's 11 by 14, $3,350. Of course, since Stan Lee has passed, anything involving his signature will increase the value of the item. Good stuff, but I know the Wolverine store can beat it. It's not the most expensive at $2,440, but I've always liked this Hulk statue. It's not quite as expensive as the Hulk statue, but Juggernaut, also very cool looking, at a cool $2,365. And here it is, the single most expensive item. Remember, the Jurassic Park thing added up to $5,000, but this Stan Lee signed Avengers poster, signed by all the Avengers and Stan Lee, which again is going to add value to it, $4,000, but it is amazing. Before we go today, guys, I do have a special shout out to Rachel Sanders, she found one of the hidden Rickies in a previous video, and I did hide a Ricky in this one as well. If you found it, leave the timestamp of where it is and the name you would like for me to give a shout out to. But go back if you missed it and find that hidden Ricky. But I think that's going to do it for today. I think earlier on in the video I mentioned there was like a Harry Potter statue or figurine in the store up front. It just seems a bit of a letdown after looking at all that Marvel stuff. But just trust me, the trading company, it has like an expensive Harry Potter like statue. I think it's like $500. But compared to the Marvel stuff, I mean, that's nothing. That's lunch money. I'm just kidding, I'm just kidding. But anyway, thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed seeing all the cool expensive stuff that I'll never buy. But it was fun to look at it nonetheless. And as always, don't miss the magic, don't miss the fun. Thanks for watching Rix Flix, and now, hit that subscribe button. Hello and welcome to the team, some new Flixters. We have a new vice president and a new supporter. Welcome Gunnar Moose as vice president. I love that name, one of my favorite names so far. And then we have as our supporter, Graham Knowles. Thank you, Graham, for joining the team, and thank you too, Gunnar. If you too would like to become a Flixter, just go to patreon.com/RixFlix.